she doesn't really have any friends, and the couple of friends that I have noticed that she does have, they're a lot older, and this could just be because she's an early maturing female and she will gravitate towards students who are also at her maturation rate. But these students have been known or reprimanded for taking drugs, and I don't want that for Kayla. So if you want, I can find ways for her, such as group work with students who want to do the same thing or are interested in the same thing that she is, and I can put her in those groups and hopefully she can make friends with them. But I think so. I think if she just has friends that she can talk to and in class, I think that might also make her turn up to class.
Does she show up?
Not very often, no. She skips class a lot, and this could be because of her older friends, or it could be because maybe she finds it work too difficult.
What about her subjects?
She used to be really good and really interested in science and maths, but now she seems to be more interested in visual arts and sports. And I have talked to her, and she did say that she wants to do visual arts at university. But if her marks don't improve, she's going to struggle to get into university, and I want her to obviously succeed and do whatever she wants. So maybe to help this, I could set up classes or have a teacher to help her with her homework and help her to catch up and understand all of her classes, and that way she could get better marks, and hopefully that'll make her also enjoy the class a lot more. Just support, honestly. Support her at home, help her do her homework if it's needed. Just, make sure that she is doing her work, try to talk to her a little bit.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Introducing Powtoon.
So hi Kayla, your mum approached me about how you're doing with school and said that you're having some struggles, and I was wondering if you'd like to talk about it?
I guess.
Yeah, so she told me that you don't really have a lot of friends in class, and this is something that I've noticed too. Is there any reason why?
They don't understand me. It's difficult to talk to them because when I talk to them about the things that, bother me or things that I like to do, they just don't associate with that.
So I understand that you want to go to do art, visual arts in university?
Well, yeah, I used to like maths and science, but I can't keep up with it anymore.
Yeah. Well, how about in my classes at least, and I'll talk to the other teachers, we can try to put you, we'll do group work and I'll try to put you with other people who I know really enjoy visual arts, and maybe you'll be able to connect with them.
Okay, that
Yeah?
might be nice.
And so are you just finding that you can't keep up in maths and science?
Well, yeah, I mean, I miss so much class. Sometimes I just decide to leave, but sometimes it's because there's no one at home to look after the brothers and sisters.
Okay.
My parents both have to work.
Yeah, alright, so I can't really do much about your parents, but what I can do is I can talk to the teachers, and if you can turn up to class whenever you can, we will try to help you, and maybe we'll do some extra study sessions for you and set up classes so you can catch up on what you missed. Because I don't want you to fail your classes and I want you to enjoy learning.
Yeah, that'll help. I've been feeling really, really sad about everything lately.
Do you think you're feeling depressed?
I don't know, maybe. It's all very confusing.
Well, what I can also do for you is there are websites such as Reach Out, Beyond Blue, Headspace that are particularly aimed at youth, and what these websites do is they can give you social skills, they can give you a place to talk, but they also talk about things such as depression, and I think that would be really beneficial for you to use, because then you'll be able to go through and find some helpful tips for you on how to deal with it. I can also recommend you to a counsellor if you'd like, someone you can talk to, and maybe they'll come up with tips to help you.
Yeah, I think that might work because it's a bit embarrassing trying to talk to you or any of the other teachers.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And remember, no matter what we talk about here, I won't tell anyone unless I really think you need help. And so I will talk to a counsellor for you. Do those plans sound good?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So we'll get started on that and hopefully you enjoy school more. Okay, grab this organised meeting, catch up with Kayla and see how you're going with your studies and the plans that we've implemented. It's been a month now. So I just want to check up and I want your mum here too, so we can, if there's any further issues, we can figure something out. So how have you been going?
Yeah, everything's going better. Like, I'm
Yeah.
getting better marks. I'm understanding everything better. I think I've made a few friends.
Yeah.
And I had a look at those websites that you gave me, and yeah, the counsellor has helped me out a lot.
It's really good. And so are you enjoying school again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, enjoying
It's
learning?
going a lot better.
So do you feel like you're a little bit more prepared to start, getting ready for university and getting the marks that you need?
Yeah,
Yeah?
absolutely.
I mean, that's still pretty far down the track, but we want to make sure you're still on a steady course. And do you feel that Kayla's life has improved?
Yeah, she's being well at home as well.
Yeah,
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, a lot less depressed.
Yes.
So, are you still going to see the counsellor?
Yeah, I think it'll help because, there are still some ongoing issues, I think.
Right, and we are fully prepared to help you continue furthering your studies and to get even better. So that's really good that you've been getting better, and I'm glad I could help.
Thank you so much. Thanks for everything that you've done.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Taylor Laporte and this is my reflection. I'm just going to focus on some of the things that have really resonated with me. I believe that adolescents shouldn't be infantilized and we should be giving them some measure of autonomy, which is in line with Epstein's theories. I also believe that students should be able to learn just as much from their peers as from me as their teacher. So this is in line with Vygotsky's theories of the zone of proximal development. I understand that adolescents do not have full control over their emotions as the socio-emotional center of their brain is underdeveloped. So I hope to give students strategies to understand and regulate their emotions better, which will give them an edge in social interactions. This idea comes from our unit of work in social and emotional learning and the work of Steinberg on hot and cold cognition. I have learned to recognize risk factors and protective factors associated with adolescent development, and as such, I feel confident that in my future career I'll be able to identify at-risk students in my classroom. The GRIP, Gather, Respond, Involve and Promote method also gives me a tool to help respond to any at-risk students that I find so that early intervention can be sought. This unit has also given me some ideas that I can use to help promote resilience in my classroom. After learning about the human attention span and that the brain can only process 5 to 9 pieces of information at once, as well as the concepts related to cognitive load, I'll be sure to be aware of how I present my content, how much content I give, and I'll do my best to break my lessons down into manageable pieces to ensure maximum retention in my students. In my KLAs of science and Japanese language, the content load is large, and both scientific theory and Japanese grammar can be extremely complex and abstract. So it will be important in my future career to reduce cognitive load and keep my students engaged using a variety of resources. To keep students within Vygotski's proximal zone of development, I can arrange a large amount of group work, which is required in science for practicals, and will allow students to test and tutor one another in Japanese language. Thank you.
Adolescent development theory, research and practice heavily influences my personal teaching approach. This theory gives us the ability to understand why adolescents can act the way they do through a myriad of reasons, including biology, brain development, social theories, and their surroundings. In this unit, I have learnt firstly that biology is vital. For example, the effects that are had on females that are early maturing and late maturing males is not common discourse. Being an early maturing female can lead to issues such as depressed moods, eating disorders, and delinquency. Understanding these issues are important because it can serve as a reason as to why some female students and male students are acting the way they are. Secondly, adolescence is a period of life where teenagers begin to experiment and grow. Stanley Hall describes adolescence as a period of storm and stress, meaning that he believes adolescence is a period of consistent struggles. While this may be exaggerated, it also rings true. Teenagers are often stressed and challenged through adolescence and are building coping strategies and skills to learn how to cope with these periods. Furthermore, this theory by Hall can be related to Lawrence Steinberg's theory of hot and cold cognition, where students will actively seek the high arousal results of hot cognition. Students will behave badly in front of a class and complete hazardous activities in order to receive the endorphins that react with these activities. I can use that to both my and their advantage as a teacher, by creating activities where their higher arousal response can be received. By creating something considered to be risky behaviour, students will learn and receive the endorphins. Peers are vital to adolescence, and this can be used constructively. Teaching in multiple ways will enhance both cognitive ability and enhance their ability to learn and remember. In my chosen KLA of English, knowing that the effects of early maturation, storm and stress, hot and cold cognition, cognitive ability as well as memory, and the significance placed on peers, my teaching capabilities will be enhanced. This creates a healthy social relationship and support system in the classroom setting, but also with me as the teacher and their peers. This support can then allow me to intervene when needed and provide a range of support networks and options for them to use when they need it. It can also be used to report to parents and caregivers to give them an understanding of their children and ways that they can be benefited in the home life.
Hi, my name is Tuba Balcı and my KLA is Mathematics. Throughout this unit, I have learned that the differences between adolescence and puberty, as Epstein explains, adolescence is a cultural construct, whereas puberty is a biological process. So the behavior of teenagers depends on the culture that they grow up. For example, in non-industrialized societies, teenagers are integrated into adult society as soon as they are capable. However, in industrialized countries, young people are isolated from adults and have their own peer culture. Consequently, during adolescence, peers have the greatest influence on each other. This also explains the concept of hot and cold cognitions. Teenagers act differently when they with their friends. So as a future teacher, I've learned that I need to take this fact into consideration when a student misbehaves in my classroom. Also, Stanley argues that the adolescence is stress and storm, period of stress and storm. However, this is not true for every student. Also, the reason of this stress and storm is also different for every student. It might be because of some social, parental problems, or might be biological or cognitive problems. So it is very important for a teacher to know the student's background. It is also mentioned in Australian professional standards as the first standard, know your students and how they learn. Knowing students also requires knowing their families, and I think as a future teacher I'll do my best to have a good relationship with my students' parents. Having a good relationship with parents is also very important for student academic performance, especially for my KLAs, which is mathematics, and most of the students find it hard to learn. I believe that all these concepts that I've learned will help me to know how adolescents' brain work and explain mathematics in the best way that they can understand.